Imagine that you're trying to persuade your bosses that it would be a good idea to have a cheese board in the office. How would you go about that? If you're not sure, stick around to the end of this video, because I'm going to go through 4 steps which you can take to create a compelling, persuasive presentation. My name is Kyle Murter. I'm a public speaking champion and I help people speak with more confidence and impact. And if you want to do that, subscribe to this channel, because every week I'm bringing out helpful videos that will help you communicate your message. But let's get back to your persuasive presentation. As I said, there are 4 steps you need to take. And the first one is to find common ground. There's no point bursting into the meeting and saying, let's have a cheese board in the office. It's not going to go down well. Instead, what you need to do is you need to position things so that the cheese board would be beneficial to the company. For example, you could say, we all want our people to work as a team because teams achieve more than individuals. So what if there was a way to bring our people together, to help them become friends, to help them become a better team? Well, I'm pleased to say I've got the solution to that. A cheese board in the office. Notice how I led with something that the bosses would be interested in. There are people working as a team so they could achieve more. Once I established that idea, which we all want, then I brought in the cheese board as potentially the way we could achieve that. And this is what you should do too. Think about what your bosses, what your board care about. Frame that at the beginning by finding common ground, and then introduce your new idea, which will need some persuasion. Step 2 is to address the resistance. If you're bringing a new idea to the table, you are probably going to be met with some resistance because people don't want to change. They want to keep doing things the same way it's always been done. So what you have to do is you need to address those arguments. And that means saying what the arguments are and then countering them. For example, for my cheese board presentation, I could say, so I know what you're thinking, cheese board in the office? That's going to lead to people getting distracted. They're going to be eating cheese instead of working. But what you're not thinking about is that when they are eating cheese, they're going to be socializing. They're going to be talking with other employees and exchanging ideas about work. And by getting to know their colleagues more, they will be able to work better when they go back to their desks and are in their different environments. Cheese will literally bring our employees together. Cheese will make our employees friends. Cheese could be the very thing that helps us actually be more productive overall. Now you want to move on to step 3, where you share the plan. You've got to share with your audience what the plan is for this idea, how you're actually going to implement it in the workplace. In my case, how I'm actually going to make a cheese board in the workplace work. What's going to be the rules, how's it going to work, etc., etc. For example, I could say, so here's what I propose. From 2 p.m. to 5 p.m., let's have cheese in the office. Let's just give it a shot. And that way we can assess whether it's affecting people's productivity, because we can compare mornings to afternoons. And we can also get a gauge of how the employees like this idea. Is it working? Is it getting them to socialize? Let's monitor it for just a couple of weeks. And then at that point, we can decide if we continue with the cheese or not. Finally, let's move to step number 4, where you circle back to that common ground. This means linking the start of your presentation to the end by bringing back up that thing which the bosses, which the board, which the people in charge care about most. Going back to the cheese, I could say, we all want our people to become a team. And I know it sounds weird, but cheese might just be the thing that causes that. Because if there's cheese in the office, people will be talking. And if people are talking, they might just become friends. And if they become friends, we're going to have an incredibly powerful team which can achieve anything. Wow, who knew cheese could be so powerful? But hopefully you're getting the idea that if you circle back to what the people in charge care about most, you're far more likely to persuade them to buy into your idea. So if you take only one thing from this video, let it be this. Connect your new idea with what the people in charge care about most. If you find that connection, you are going to be able to persuade them. Now, of course, persuasion isn't just about what you say, it's about how you say it. So if you want to make sure that you're sounding confident as you're sharing this new thought or idea with the people in charge, check out this video. It will give you everything you need to sound more confident anytime you speak. See you in the next one.